By now you have created a budget and have a financial game plan. You are current with your past due bills and you have saved $500 to $1,500 for a rainy day. The next step is to attack your debt using a debt snowball. How do I get started with my debt snowball? The first thing you need to do is write down a list of all the debts you have. Write down the creditor's name or the company's name, the minimum monthly payment, the total amount of the debt, and the interest rate. Which debt should I pay off first? This is a good question. Some choose to list the debts from smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate, and focus on paying down the smallest debt first. Some choose to list the debts in order of the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate, and focus on paying down the debt with the highest interest rate first. Create a debt snowball that works for you and your situation. How does a debt snowball work? Here's an example of a debt snowball where the debts are listed from smallest to largest regardless of the interest rate. Now as we look at this debt snowball, the first thing we'll look at, we've set it up how I told you to write down all the information. Let's look over here. We've got $100 from our budget. Now if we look back here, we're taking that $100 from our budget because that is our game plan, to trim off $100 in expenses to apply toward our debt. So if we look here, and you've learned this in the Rags to Riches series, but we'll review it. We have $100 from our budget. We add that to the $120 we're paying on our miscellaneous debt here, and we now have $220 that we're applying toward the debt. That means with the total debt load of $500, we're going to pay this debt in about 2 months' time. After that's paid off, we're going to take that $200, add it to our $200 car payment. Now we have $420 that we're applying toward our car. That has a total debt load of $4,000. That means you'll pay off that car in 9 months. As we move down, we take that $420, add it to our $350 payment, and we now have $770 that we're paying toward our car. That should pay off our $8,000 car loan in 10 months. Next, we add the $770 to our $185 credit card monthly payment, and that gives us $950 to pound down our credit card debt. That means in 12 months, we'll have our $12,000 credit card debt paid in full. Then finally, we add that $955 to $165 on our student loan, and we are now paying over $1,000 a month down on our debt. $1,120. That will pay off your $15,000 student loan in 13 months. So what does that mean to you? That means by using your budgeting tool and leveraging your income and controlling your expenses and taking that $100 from your budget, you have now paid off $39,500 in 46 months or 4 years. That is the power of the debt snowball. Now just for fun, let's look at another example because we're focused here on just looking at our strategy from reducing debt. Let's say that you're combining your debt reduction strategy with your online money creation strategy. So you've used the principles that we teach here at Debt Zero to create an online income. Let's say that that online income is bringing in $900 a month that you can apply toward debt. So we add 900 plus 100 gives you $1,000 that you're paying toward debt. Let's see how this changes the equation. So now, if we look over here, instead of paying a couple $100 on that first debt, you've got $1,120 that you're applying. The 1,000 here plus the 120. So that means you're paying off your first debt in less than a month. Then we add that 1,120 to the $200 car payment, you're paying 1,320. That means you're going to pay off your $4,000 car loan in 3 months. Then we add that to your next car loan of $350. You pay off your $8,000 car loan in only 7 months. And now with $1,855 that you're applying every month to pay off your $12,000 credit card, you've got that paid off in 5 months. Then you end up having $2,020 to pay towards your student loan. That will pay that off in about 7.5 months. So now if we look at this strategy by using $1,000 to pay off debt, instead of paying off your debt in 4 years, you're going to pay off your debt in 2 years. So that shows you the power of the debt snowball, especially when you start attacking it from both the rags and the riches angle. One last question. Is there anything else I can do to pay off my debts quicker? Yes. Like we talked about in the Debt Zero Rags to Riches series, call your creditors and ask for a lower interest rate. In the video, in lesson 5, you'll recall the PIRG survey that was conducted with encouraging results. 57% of those who simply telephoned their credit card company and asked for a lower one got one instantly. For a copy of the Debt Zero telephone scripts and letters you can use for free as a member, please see the post below. Thank you.